The lost continent. Let's take a look at the restless millions below our border. Mexico. Just below us, in Mexico, we find one of the most exploited countries in the world, and the most neglected missionary-wise. The vast majority of the people are without work, angry and hungry. Guess what's filling this vacuum? On a recent visit to Mexico, I noted a strange event taking place. It was Sunday in this town, and trucks appeared on the streets delivering a new comic book. It was a love story in pictures. I couldn't believe the number of people scrambling for a copy. Everywhere I looked, they were devouring the material. Could it be that our illustrated gospel literature could do the same thing? We went to work on a Spanish translation of This Was Your Life. When they were printed, a group of doctors and dentists took them into Mexico to distribute while they worked with the sick. Upon their arrival, a missionary handed the very first 2 copies to 2 Mexican boys in a little town called Madera, in the state of Chihuahua. Each boy read his book through, totally absorbed in its message. Finally, they came to the questionnaire. One boy asked the other, "Did you understand the message?" The reply was, "Yes." "Shall we accept him as Lord and Savior?" Reply, "Yes, let's accept him." The missionary was thrilled to see how the booklets opened their hearts to the gospel. Our hearts were thrilled with that news. We then knew that our illustrated gospel booklets would also work with the Spanish-speaking multitudes. Since then, thousands of copies have been used effectively throughout Latin America to present Christ. Our work is now underway for India. And we are also expanding our vision to Mexico and South America. Currently, we are working on small booklets for British Honduras for the semi-literate. A friend of mine from South America told me that his country will no longer show American films. Frankly, I can't blame them, but this shows that American prestige is disintegrating. However, another interesting fact is that Mr. Castro is on the air beaming radio broadcasts into my friend's country for 4 hours every day. Our staff is diligently working to produce new material and translations for South America as quickly as possible. Why? Because World War III will erupt as soon as Russia moves on Israel. And how close is that? Newsweek, June 1st, 1970. One well-connected military attaché in Cairo estimates there are 28,000 Russians in Egypt. Moscow, in short, is beginning to run the show. A Russian general and his staff make all the decisions. When the Soviet military heard the Israelis were putting most of their pilots through a crash training program, Soviet pilots poured in. Some Western experts estimate that the Soviets will need 10 MiG squadrons and exclusive use of 15 airfields in Egypt. One Israeli said, "And how good, we wonder, are the Russian pilots anyway?" Incidentally, that phony Russian fishing fleet has been very busy. If there is a war, there will be no declaration of war. It will just break out. Our east and west coast cities could be quickly enveloped in tidal waves. To accomplish this, Russia has planted nuclear weapons just off our coastlines. Beloved, what good will saving accounts, stock investments, new cars, and color TV sets be when this Holocaust breaks? We will all give an account before the judgment seat of Christ as to what kind of stewards we were with the Lord's money. Missionary stories from South America, Central America, and Mexico are tragic. Millions lost in darkness. Yet they are willing to read anything. Please help us get this gospel material into their hands as soon as possible. Our great need is funds for printing these gospel messages. We have people waiting to distribute them. We believe that we are now entering into the last great evangelistic thrust before the Lord returns. Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. The long-lost promo tract, The Lost Continent, was reprinted in celebration of Jack T. Chick's 250th original tract story, Where's Your Name? From 1961 to 2015, JTC has written, drawn, and independently published so many cartoon tracts that he has become the most published author alive. Our congratulations go to the 90-year-old cartoonist for his bold body of work and lifetime achievement of art. This tract was paid for by the Chick Tract fan club, numerous collectors of Chick's work, and supporters of independent comics and free speech. For more information on Chick Tracts or the club, visit chickcomics.com. Our special thanks go to the patrons listed to the right.